Hello and welcome to the Weber channel. I'm Jason, your host, and let's talk about the rest of my startup of how I do it. Okay, so once I'm ready and the dogs have been out and the dogs have been fed and everything's in place and I am feeling comfortable as I'm going to be leaving the house, because even leaving into my front yard, I check the cameras to make sure no one's there. I make sure everything's secure in the house. I turn on the watchdog system, which is the AI software system I've set up to protect the house while I'm gone. This is a custom just little thingy that sets all my cameras going and sets them on thingy because I'm out of the house, so I want to make sure the house is completely secure. All that's done. I make sure all the doors are locked, everything, the windows are locked, all the things that I haven't changed but I've got to check anyway. So all that gets checked. Then it comes to the front door part. I open the front door once I'm completely sure that no one's outside my front door. Yep, I have to go through all of that for my brain to be able to allow me to open the door. Then I open the door. Then I go through the door with the keys. I first take off the 2 layers of covers that are on the scooter, the undercover and the upper cover that cover it in case of rain and in case of issues. So we're just going to cross here before I continue. Yeah, cross here before anybody comes. That's wonderful. Yep. And generally, in fact, let's just have a quick drink. We're going to stop and just have a quick drink here. I feel like wetting my whistle, as it's called. Put the drink back in its place. I put my drink and my food into my bag, my rucksack. I put everything else in there, make sure everything's charged, double check that everything is charged, make sure I've got my phone, double check that I've got my phone, triple check that I've got my phone, make sure my phone is in my pocket, then double check my phone is in my pocket again, make sure that I've got my bits and pieces of other things that I need in my pockets. Then we take the scooter off the charger and do all that bits and pieces. Then I unlock all the padlocks that hold the scooter in place, usually three chains that I've got on it. I overkill, yes, I overkill. Then, at that point in time, I then move the bin out of the way, and that's so I can reverse out. I open the front gate, I make sure, I lock the front door, I check that I've locked the front door, I recheck that I've locked the front door about 4 or 5 times. I will then put the keys for the front door in my inside pocket. I will then check my inside pocket 3 or 4 times to make sure the keys are there. Then I will get on the mobility scooter. Then I will perform the checks of everything I've just said once again, just to make sure, double, triple, over the top, checking again. Yes, this is why they thought I had OCD as well as everything else. And so at this point in time, I've got everything, I've got my hat on, I've got everything, I've got all my coping strategy armour set up, everything feels right, everything goes right, everything is good, as far as I can tell. And so from at that point in time, I go, yay! I set off. I put the action cam on, that's how I use the last time. I put the action cam on, I move at least a bit away from my house, so I aren't doxing myself, and I start talking to all of you. That is what it takes for me to leave the house each morning and to get on my mobile save space and to start on my journey. Yeah, it can be quite exhausting. So that is how we get out of the house, because I've got to have my safe space, I've got to have everything set up, I've got to make sure that all my coping strategies are charged and everything's working and my whatever computer I'm taking with me that day has got to be all in there and ready, and the battery pack up for it in case I'm there for it. That means everything, literally everything has to be double, triple, quadruple checked. It's just the way it is. And every day I go through that that's just the half an hour before leaving the house. When I say on Discord that I'm leaving the house, I'm on my way to hospital, that's when I start doing it. Looks like it could rain. It was really sunny outside my front door again. Alright, so we're heading up. One of these days I'm going to try coming up the other side of the road because it seems much flatter and much more smoother, and there's a crossing at the top anyway I could use. So I think next time I come up I'll try to remember to cross over to the other side of the road and come up the hill on that side and see if it's any better for me. Those bits of wood on the floor there, just if I was into carving or anything I'd take them home. Oh. So things are splendiferous and good, and we are having a nice, relaxing. It's quite relaxing right up here. Sometimes I'm a bit antsy, sometimes sometimes my arm doesn't work as well as normal as other times, so I'm not as well set up. Sometimes I will go faster because I'm nervous. Sometimes there's little triggers that have triggered me, and that means I'm more hectic and so on. But today is a good day. Today is a very good day. I'm feeling quite mellow and happy and bouncy. Oh yes, I am. And got to check on my mum. Take my little computer with me. I set up my little computer in the room on a little desk that they have in there, and at the moment I'm programming a new personality for my AI stuff, and that personality is a bit of an expert on dementia. A bit of an expert. Well, it's really a world-class expert on dementia and end of life stuff and that. So that's what I'm doing with my spare time when I'm in there. It's a project for me. I've also started building up a pile of projects upstairs in my bedroom, not my streaming room upstairs. I'm not using that room at all really at the moment. But that's going to be useful in the winter when I can't go out on my scooter. It's going to be useful on days when I'm too exhausted to go out. Of course, the plan has always been the same. In the summer, I'm down in the kitchen and use the computer in the kitchen. But I've started building up a set of equipment in the bedroom for when the streaming room, for when I do have to spend time in the house over winter and that. It's all building up a coping strategy when I can't go out, when it's ice on the ground, when there's snow on the ground. It's interesting because, as you know, during the winter I prepare for the summer. I make sure I've got a computer in the living kitchen and it can all be used and set up, and that, so that the summer months when it's too hot to be upstairs, I've got a place to do stuff. And I also have to do that now for the winter, because I won't be able to go out on this. And this has become such a massive, abso-freaking massive part of my coping strategy. Blues and twos. That was an ambulance. Oh. And in a bit I will shut down this video and do the third video as I get closer to the thingy, so I will stop it just here. As you can see, everybody's got their bin out. So let's see. So bye bye for now.